He had also learned the weakness of the Death Star and how to exploit it. He had then contacted the rebels and had informed them of the situation. He had told them that Finn and his friends were in danger and that they needed help. He had also told them that Dark Lord was alive and that he had a new Death Star. He had given them the coordinates of the station and the details of its defense. He had provided them with instructions on how to destroy it. He said he would create a diversion and to attack when he gave the signal. The rebels had listened and had trusted him. They had mobilized their forces and had prepared for the assault. They had gathered their starfighters, their bombers, and their cruisers. They had also contacted Noel Smith, who had been in hiding, and had asked him to join them. Noel had agreed and had brought his lightsaber and his skills. He had said that he would face Dark Lord and that he would finish what he had started. Puss had then put his plan into action. He had sneaked out of the Falcon and had made his way to the detention cell. He had used his charm and his cunning to distract the guards and steal their keys. He had then freed Finn and his friends and had given them their weapons. He had told them to follow him and to be ready for a fight. He had said that he had a surprise for Dark Lord and that they would soon be free. They had followed him and had fought their way through the station. They had encountered many enemies, such as Stormtroopers, droids, and turrets. But they had also found some allies, such as prisoners, rebels, and Ewoks. They had joined forces and had formed a resistance. They had sabotaged the station and had caused chaos and confusion. They had also reached the hangar, where they had found the Falcon, and had boarded it. They had then waited for Puss, who had gone to confront Dark Lord. Puss had found Dark Lord in his throne room, where he was watching the battle. He had seen the rebel fleet and had ordered his forces to engage them. He had also seen Noel, who had infiltrated the station and had challenged him to a duel. He had accepted and had ignited his red lightsaber. He had expressed his intentions to kill his brother and crush the rebellion. He boasted that he was invincible and possessed ultimate power, but he had not seen Puss, who had sneaked behind him, and had jumped on his head. He had scratched his head and had bitten his ear. He had also pressed a button that had activated a hidden device. It was a bomb that Puss had planted in the Death Star's core. It was set to explode in a few seconds and to destroy the station. Puss had mentioned that he had a present for the Dark Lord and hoped he would appreciate it. He claimed to be the hero of the galaxy and had the ultimate weapon. Additionally, he boasted of being adorable and possessing ultimate cuteness. Puss jumped off Lord's head and landed on the Falcon, where Finn and his friends were waiting for him. They quickly started the engines and flew away from the Death Star, just as it exploded in a huge fireball. They rejoined the rebel fleet and celebrated their victory. Noel Smith arrived and hugged Puss. He thanked him for saving his life, and for destroying the Death Star. He said he was proud of him, and that he was a true Jedi. Puss smiled and said he was just doing his job. He said he was happy to help, and that he was a true friend. They all laughed and hugged each other. Jack and Jill decided to stay with Finn and Fuzzball and join the Rebel Alliance. They said they wanted to see more of the galaxy and to fight for freedom and justice. Puss stayed with them as before and he was looking forward to more adventures. They then returned to Naboo, where they were welcomed as heroes. Naboo was attacked while they were far away. Neighbors said they needed their help to rebuild their planet, and to protect it from any future threats. The people of Naboo threw a big party for them and thanked them for their bravery and heroism. They also gave them gifts and honors, such as medals, flowers, and supplies. Jack and Jill accepted their gifts and decided to help to build their future. They said they liked the planet and its people. They wanted to start a family. They hoped their children would inherit their spirit of adventure and their love of the shiny stars above. They then lived happily ever after. In a galaxy far, far away, but their adventures were not over yet. They continued to explore the galaxy and to fight for freedom and justice. They remained friends with Finn and Fuzzball and visited them often. They kept in touch with Noel Smith and learned from him. They used the Millennium Falcon, which they had borrowed from Finn, and which they had hidden in a secret cave. They followed the treasure map, which they had never used, and which they had kept in a safe box. They practiced the Force, which they had learned from Perse, and which they had used in secret. They dreamed of seeing more wonders, and of meeting more friends. They wished for more peace and more happiness, whispered to the stars, and listened to their answers. They wrote in their diary and read their stories, as well marked their calendar, and planned their trips. They chose their destiny, and faced their challenges, meanwhile created their future, and shaped their galaxy. They lived their story, and told their story. The end, or is it?